This is a 1965 Ford F100. And we'll take it for a quick drive and I'll show you around. It's got a 360 V8. It's been built a little. Keith Black pistons, and it's got a cam. Automatic transmission shifts great. The truck really steers down the road well. It does have power steering. I'm going to do my finger test there and show how straight it drives. This truck drives super straight. Steers nice and straight, brakes straight. Power steering, power disc brakes in the front. The pedal is a touch hard. I think after the cam was installed and everything, you've got a touch of loss of vacuum. Still brakes just fine, but if you put a vacuum booster on it, it would definitely brake a little easier. Just a really sweet sounding cam in it. Pop the hood. Turn it off here and that way we can show you around. I don't know how many miles are on the engine. I believe a donor vehicle was taken and used. This is a 360 V8, and the previous owner said bored over. It definitely has a cam because you can hear it. Said that they had Keith Black pistons in it. I know it's got long tube headers. Looks like factory intake. It does have an aftermarket Edelbrock carburetor on it, which is nice. Really sharp old school aluminum valve covers. They could be polished up to match the new air cleaner. I actually put that air cleaner on there because I felt like it could match up if we pulled the valve covers off and polished them real well. I also thought about going with the old Cadillac style air cleaner. I love that too, but this just kind of kept it uniform. Little engine detailing here and you can take this truck to the next level. But I kind of wanted to keep with the rat rod, hot rod kind of style motif. And I think this is a really, really cool truck. One of the reasons that I like this truck is I love this paint. It's got just a really killer patina. And I love these colors that only old vehicles can pull off. And this is one of them. Although I guess they're putting them on the new Fiats and VW Beetles and stuff, but I don't think it just doesn't compare. This is an old vehicle color that you just can't pull off anywhere. It's that kind of green, teal, turquoise color. The tailgate was taken off of a different vehicle and of course painted that rusty brown or rust colored. I think that's like a rust red. This is your best shot right here of the truck in the video with the 18-inch Boss wheels staggered, 8 inches in the front, 9.5 in the back, brand new tires. Another reason I like this truck, it was very minimal rust, and every piece of rust as far as I'm concerned that's on it is more character than it is flaw, just because it is a more of a rat rod style vehicle. So it does have a rust hole down here at the bottom of the door. The rest of the bottom of the door, cab corners and everything are all in great shape. Even on the inside you can see the bottoms of the doors look good. There's a little bit of weather stripping coming off there, but the bottoms of the doors, I'm trying to let the camera adjust there, it's real bright, are actually very rust free. Your step ups there or rockers are in good shape, and kind of a matching rust hole on the inside for that out one. But hinge pockets are all in good shape. This is not a rust bucket truck at all. It's got a couple of small minor rust spots on it, and other than that it's a super solid rust-free truck. The interior is cool. I love the fact that nobody messed with the dash. And the gauges all do work, which is great. It does have aftermarket gauges in here as well, and they all work too. Except I think maybe the voltage meter might not be hooked up. It's funny because it's still got that old realistic, somebody had put that in there probably in the 80s, old realistic tape player. It does not work. The fan does work, and that is on a fan switch here. I'm not sure if it works with the key off, but if I turn the key on, there you go. So the fan works, the heater is hooked up, the heater works great. You can also hear the electric fuel pump. I don't believe the emergency brake is hooked up. Obviously this was originally a manual transmission, probably on the column. Someone may have even put a floor shifter in it at some point because this old license plate's covering up a small hole. It's got the old school headliner in it. I think it looks cool. I'd leave it alone. I think this truck is so much character of what it is. Personally, if I was going to keep this truck, I wouldn't do much to it. I might invest in a new stereo system because I like my tunes when I drive. And if you follow Peachtree Classic Cars, you've heard me say that in many videos before. But literally on this truck, I might put some seat belts in it. It does not have seat belts. And so if you want to ride around with the kids, it does have a new fuel tank, new sending unit and everything, and the fuel gauge does work. It's got these two matching Mexican blankets back here. They have been strapped on, just zip tied on. And actually the seat underneath it doesn't look that bad. I'm not going to try and pull up and show you. There's only one cut, like about right here, and it's not that bad. So if you wanted to go back to the upholstery look, it wouldn't be hard or expensive. It costs about 400 bucks to recover one of these seats. But I actually think the Mexican blanket looks cool. Really, it goes with the rat rod style of the truck. Looking down the lines of the truck, the body is really straight. It's not beat up. It doesn't have, you know, the hail damage look, quote unquote hail damage look that some of these rat rods have. The body's really straight. The tailgate was taken off of a truck that must have been in really good condition. Inside the bed is very good. The interior of the bed is straight. The back of the bed is not banged up by, you know, work truck use. There is a little nipple right here for putting air into air shocks in the back, and the truck has been used a couple of times just to tow a small trailer, and it's nice because you can pump up the air shocks in the back. But there's surface rust back here, but look at how clean and straight this is. If you wanted to restore this truck, I think you could with some really minimal body work, but why would you ever do that? To me, like I said, I think the value in this truck is that it's so straight, so minimal rust, but then it's got this killer patina on it. I'm not sure that this is the original color, but it was a very old paint job. Underneath the truck, you've got some spots where you can see them, the license plates inside are covering up a couple of spots in the floor pans where there's some rust. Frame rails are all in excellent condition. Flowmaster exhaust. And overall the floor pans are solid. There's only a couple of spots, like I said, that have a little bit of minor rust on them. Frame rails all solid. Over here, floor pans are in good condition. I don't see any rust at all on the frame rails. Ford 9-inch rear end. A couple of little spots, you know, bottom of the door's got a little bubble there, a little bit of rust here, but opening up the doors and looking at the bottoms, they look really good, like I showed on the other side. Inside, the fender wells was all clean and rust free. This is one of those ones that, aside from these couple of small minor rust spots, I'd almost call this a rust-free truck, but obviously it's got the couple of spots. But even the front of the hood, and that's a typical spot where they rusted out. This one's in great shape. So this, I've actually, this is a truck I'd let my daughter drive, and she's like 19 years old. I mean, the truck is so mechanically reliable. You saw me, I touched the key, it fires right up. It never overheats. It does have an auxiliary electric fan, I'm sorry. It does have an electric fuel pump too, but it has an electric fan in here, and that's just wired right now to just be on all the time, but it is on a switch, so you can turn it off if you want. But driving it, I haven't noticed it ever go above about 180. Of course, it's sitting right now, so when you look at the thermometer, it might go up just a hair, but as soon as you crank the truck up, the temperature drops right back down once the water's flowing through it. I believe I did mention it has power disc brakes. And of course, the wheels and tires are brand new. I love this wheel and tire package, and it's pretty affordable. It's about $1,500–1,600 for wheels and tires, but man, really just sets the look of this truck off.